Good morning. Good morning. Let me give you a moment to get on. And while you're getting on, I'm actually going to share this out to a couple of places. Hello, hello. When you hop on. Oh, if you're watching this recording, feel free to skip ahead about a minute or so to get to the content. But let me know who you are and where you're from so I can say hello to you. Good morning. Good morning. All right, all right, all right. Okay, there we go. Now I'm working. Let me get this in a couple of spots. Share this out. You share this out too. If you are in the network marketing profession, then definitely need for you to share this out. Okay. I'm actually sharing this out to a few of my network marketing spots. And, you know, this is one of those topics, again, that might not go over too well in the network marketing community, but hey, it is what it is. That's what it is. All right. But I would not be me if I did not share this with you. Good morning. Good morning. All right, let me get started. First, I want to welcome you to my show. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady. I help home business owners win the tax game by keeping more of the money you make and paying less to Uncle Sam. All right, today's topic, you know, I talked a little bit about this. Good morning, come in. You listen up, you know, especially if you are in the network marketing profession. Okay. So last week, I shared in a case where the IRS ruled against a network marketer to say, hey, you were operating at a hobby, not as a business. Therefore, and the difference with that between operating as a hobby and operating as a business is that you can only deduct the amount of losses up to the amount of income that you bring when you're dealing with a hobby. So I actually read an article yesterday, and more of these situations are popping up. So here's the deal. For the IRS, okay, for the IRS, in order for you to be considered a business with the IRS, you must be in profit 3 out of 5 years, okay? So if you are operating at a loss first 2 years, come that third year, if you're still operating at a loss, you're showing a negative amount on your Schedule C, which is what normally network marketers file, right? So if you are showing a loss at year 3 for your network marketing company, it doesn't even have to be network marketing, but it can be any type of home business. Year 3, if you're operating at a loss, you're showing a negative number on your Schedule C, you're going to be on the IRS radar, okay? So now, what happens? So what the issue is that with network marketing in particular, what are we told? When we're having problems, go to our sponsor, right? The problem with that, and this is what the IRS said and what they ruled in this case I shared last week, your sponsor and your entire upline has a financial interest in you purchasing more products from the company. So you have to show that you have talked to somebody who does not have a financial interest in what you are doing. Okay. So how does that look? The case I read about yesterday is a woman who, gosh, it breaks my heart, but you know what? It's very common. Okay. So a woman who is in a popular network marketing company, she was earning a little bit of money, but instead of her paying her bills with the money that she earned, she was reinvesting in the company, because you got to reinvest in order to get more inventory in order for you to sell. Okay. So with that, with reinvesting in inventory, with you got to come to all of the events, with, with all of that whole big picture of things, going to, you're spending money going to these events, you're spending money on inventory. But if you don't have the sales to support you doing all of these things, then you're going to be operating at a loss. Okay. So, and for you to go, to the IRS to say, okay, well, my sponsor said, my upline said, that is not a defense, okay? The IRS doesn't care about what your sponsor said or what your upline said. They don't care, okay? What they're going to do is disallow those expenses, and you're going to have to pay money back, okay? And I encourage all of my network marketing sponsors, I encourage you to be a responsible sponsor, okay? If you have somebody who is failing miserably, because listen, when it comes down to network marketing, it's all about selling and building, your network in order for you to sell. If you've got somebody that is failing miserably, it is okay for you to say to them, listen, we need for you to stop this. Okay. Think about that person, because they're looking at you as the professional. They're looking at you as the leader. Be a responsible leader. And instead of just assuming that they're going to go talk to a tax professional or a CPA, direct them to someone. If you don't have anybody to send them to me. Why? Because the last thing that you want to do is tell your team something that is going to put them in trouble with the IRS, because what they can turn around and do is turn around and sue you because of what you told them. And you are going to hear me preach this over and over again, okay? Because what you are telling them might be what you would have done or what your sponsor did or your sponsor's sponsors did. It doesn't mean that it's the right thing for this person to do. We have people that go into debt to start businesses. I did it, okay? I did it. But when it comes down to claiming these losses on the IRS, I'm telling you, by year 3, you are on the IRS radar. And if you continue to operate at a loss, you will get audited. They will send you what's called a correspondence audit, where they send you a nice little letter in the mail and says, hey, can we get some more information regarding these expenses? Number one, if you don't have the documentation to support those expenses, that's going to send up a red flag. But even if you have the documentation, okay, if you have the documentation, but you don't have the sales or the activities to show that you are actually operating in a business fashion, then they are going to disallow those expenses. I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you this to prepare you. I want my sponsors to be responsible sponsors, because I'm going to tell you, I have one person in my life that I have ever contacted about an opportunity that she's turned around and said to me, you know what? This isn't for you. This is for this type of person. That's not you. This is not for you. One out of several. Okay. So if you are growing a team of any sort, all right, if you are benefiting financially from the work of people below you, I encourage you to be responsible with that, because they are looking to you to be the leader. That's the deal. They're looking for you to be the leader. And if you are just telling them, just reinvest in your business, and they're not growing, and as a sponsor, if they're selling because they have weekly reports, right? They come to the meetings, they do all of this stuff. And if you are not responsible as a sponsor to even have a relationship with a tax professional or a CPA that can come to your meeting and talk to your team or hold a webinar with your team, that is irresponsible leadership. Because even though you are not responsible for the other person's success, you are responsible if you are telling them to reinvest in their business and all this other stuff. Do not try to absolve yourself with saying, okay, well, I just told them to go talk to a tax person. Well, most people do not have a tax person. So that's why I'm telling you, everybody that's on this list, if you know somebody in network marketing, if you have a network marketing team, if you do not have a relationship with a tax professional that can come to your team and talk to your team or do a phone call or something, you need to be in my inbox. Because what is happening is that too many network marketing professionals are winding up in tax trouble because one, they keep claiming these losses, and two, whenever they do make money, they're not setting aside money to pay taxes because nobody ever told them. And it burns me to no end, burns me up every time I get somebody that books a consult with me and says, nobody ever told me this. And if you are a network marketing professional and you've been in business long enough, then you know they got to set aside money for taxes. So, yeah, I'm just, y'all, I hope you hear the passion in my voice about this, because this is a really big problem. Right? And then what happens is they come to us, the tax professionals and CPAs, and want us to fix it. We can't fix it. The only thing that we can do at that point is, if you've got tax debt, is to help you deal with the IRS if they know how, because some tax professionals don't do tax debt. Okay. So that's the only other thing we can do, is help you deal with the IRS and set up a payment plan to pay those taxes. Tell it, Mike. Okay, self-employment tax, we got to pay it. So here's another tax guy. Mike, I don't even know your name, but we're going to be friends from now on. So, this is what I'm saying, you guys. Network marketing, I got nothing against the profession. Network marketing is great. It has helped make more especially women, it's helped make more women millionaires than any other profession. But guys, we got to be responsible sponsors. Build a relationship with a tax person. Let them talk to when you sponsor somebody, when you give them their starter kit, you need to be giving them some phone numbers and say, here, talk to this tax person about how to set up your business responsibly. That's what you got to do. All right. So, okay. I'm gonna have to get off this soapbox. But this has just set me on fire, okay? It really has set me on fire because it's just too much. It's just too much. And just that, I leave that up to you, that's just punk leadership. Let me just call it what it is. That's just punk leadership. Because if you are sitting there telling this person, I believe in you and your capabilities of building this business, you better help them stay out of trouble with the IRS. If you don't know how to do that, you better get a CPA friend, a tax friend to talk to your people so they can grow and build responsibly. Okay? So, that's it for me. I'm going to hush up on this topic right now. But, listen, we got some popular, we have network marketing companies that are growing. Okay. I've never met a network marketing product that didn't work, that didn't do what it said it was going to do and all of that stuff. But what we do have is business owners coming out with tax debt, not being able to pay it, not being prepared to pay it, not being told they got to pay it, all of this stuff. And it needs to stop. It needs to stop. We need to be, as sponsors, you need to be more responsible for that. Nope. You can't make them go talk to nobody. But the one thing you can do is say, here, go call Lysandra, go call Mike. And I'm not even going to try to mess up your name. Okay. Go call somebody. I'm not even saying you got to call me. Okay. Really. I'm not, but call somebody. So they can stay out of trouble, because tax debt ain't nothing to play with, period. Okay, so I said I was gonna hush, so now I'm gonna hush again. Listen, you got to join me in the Tax Players Club. That is where my home business owners hang out. www.taxplayersclub.com. I'll put it in the comments after I get off this broadcast. Thank you so much for everybody who joined in and listened to me on this soapbox. I certainly do appreciate it. Make sure you share this with a network marketing professional who's building a team. And, listen, because, when it comes down to the IRS, your sponsor is not going to be there to help you. That's just not how this works out, because it's going to be your liability. Okay, good morning, everybody that just popped on. You got to catch the replay. I got to run. Thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.